Hi boys and girls, it's me Mrs. Rojas. So welcome back to our e-learning channel. So boys and girls, we are going to be covering our week of May 4th through the 8th. So today will be May the 4th be with you. So it's a Star Wars day for us, right? For our Monday, okay? So let me first start off by explaining that I did mail you a letter. Okay, I hope you did receive it by Saturday. I think you should have received it. If not, be on the lookout because you should be getting it by Monday, okay? If you have not received it yet. In case you moved and you didn't update your address with the office at school, then you might not get it, okay? So sorry about that. If it comes back to me and you send me your address, I'll resend it to you, okay? So in the letter, you're going to find a letter that I wrote for you. These are just ideas that we can do together. Take a picture if you do anything with my Bitmoji, and you should be seeing my Bitmoji. This is me, Mrs. Rojas. This is a flat teacher project that I'm doing with you boys and girls, okay, for the last couple of weeks that we have left of school. Can you believe that? We're almost done, guys. And I miss you very much, but I really do want you to be safe, okay, you and your family. So I added my Bitmoji. So anytime you do an activity from here, from your bingo card, if you do anything fun from here, take my Bitmoji and take a picture with you doing the activity, or have somebody do that for you. Take a picture of you with me in the picture and send it to me. You can text it to me. You can put it on Class Dojo through Messenger. Okay, it's up to you. You can send me a couple of pictures. You don't have to do it all. This is optional, but it would be fun. Okay, at least do one. It'd be great. Okay, inside the letter, I also attached a Mother's Day card, okay? So for the Mother's Day card, what you're going to do is you're going to actually color it nicely. If you have colors, if you do not have colors, then it might need to just stay black and white, okay? Until you're able to have some colors or markers, okay? Even paint, okay, if you have some with you, okay? So Mother's Day is this coming Sunday on May 10th. So I really love to do activities with you boys and girls, and you know that. And this is one activity that we tend to do every year, right? We do different Mother's Day crafts. Unfortunately, because of the situation, it's going to be left on you. But I did send you 2 things that you can do, and you can give that to your mom as a gift on Sunday, okay? So this is the card. You see the dotted line? It does not mean to cut. It means to fold. So you're going to just fold it. And I love that on the back it says this card made especially for you by, put your name right here on the little square, okay? And that's by you. So fold your card, color it, make sure you decorate it nicely. Inside, right here, I want you to draw a picture of you and your mom, okay? Nicely. And then over here on this side, I want you to write a nice message to your mom, okay? You can list several reasons as to why you love your mom. You can think about reasons why, maybe things you've done together, okay? Things that maybe your mom has mentioned to you, like she calls you a nickname, right? Like Ladybug, like Sweetheart, okay? Write messages to her of things that she's going to remember that she's done with you, okay? So she can always look back at this card and recall those sweet memories that you guys had together, okay? So go ahead and write like a letter form and make it very nice and special, okay, for her. So that's gonna be her card. Then I also inserted a Mother's Day coupon book. Again, if you don't have scissors, because you are supposed to cut each square out right after you color it. If you don't have scissors or colors, it's okay. You're gonna just give it to her like that, okay? And once you're able to get a hold of scissors or colors, or even maybe putting it together with glue, because you're supposed to staple it. If you can't, that's fine. Just put them together and you can put them for her inside her card, okay? So it'll be little coupons for her to use with you, okay? So nice little activities for you to do for mom. You can also do this activity. This is a craft. I just used my daughter's old cotton candy plastic bin. You can use a bin, you can use a glass jar, but be careful with that. You can use an empty little box that you can decorate. All I did was took 2 pieces of paper. You can use line paper, whatever kind of paper you have, colored paper. I just cut it in half, a long strip, and this is the tag, the little label that I made. I just put Happy Mother's Day, and then love message, and then reasons I love you. And then on the top, with tape, and all you need is tape to tape it down. I drew a butterfly on the paper, and I drew it big enough to cut it. I folded the wings, and I attached it to the top. So it's kind of like a little decoration up there. Now inside, the same with the paper, I drew hearts. And in each heart, I wrote a message for my mom, okay? You write a message for your mom. So for example, love when we went to the movies. That could be a reminder for your mom. Another one is love when you tuck me in bed, right? When you're tucking in bed or reading a book. Love when you sing to me. You know, sometimes us moms like to sing songs to our children, our babies. And that's a memory that is special for your mom to remember with you, and that you actually find that special for yourself as well. Okay, so this is just another idea that you can also gift and you can do for your mom. Okay, you can use an empty tissue box, you know, different little boxes, whatever you have, maybe even just a bowl, a little bowl, an empty bowl. Okay, it doesn't have to have a lid, as long as you decorate with a label and use tape. That's all you need. Okay, all right, boys and girls, let's get to it. We're gonna go into our reading packet, so have your calendar ready. And so we are May the 4th. For math, let me tell you, for math for this week and next week, you're actually using this math problems page. Okay, these are the ones you're gonna use. So you're gonna solve numbers 1 through 5 this week, and then 6 through 10 the following week. Okay, for reading this week, you are doing Carrie Gold Saves the Day. Okay, all right, so let's get started. So for Monday, math, question 1, breaking numbers into smaller ones and just add to get total. Okay, so let's go to our math page. So here is the problem. The problem here for number 1 is find 271 plus 425. Break the problem into smaller problems and add to find the numbers. All you're really doing, boys and girls, is you're adding up those numbers. Okay, now I have the box for you, so I'm going to just quickly draw it out here. Okay, it has your hundreds, your tens, and your ones. So I'm just going to put hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, and then over here you have 271, and right here you have 425, right? Okay, so what you're doing is you're breaking them apart, and then you're putting your numbers together. Okay, so for 271, where does my 2 go? Under my hundreds. My 7, tens, my ones, 425, the same. Okay, so this is you breaking your number apart. Okay, that's all you do. So now what you need to do is over here on the side is you're going to put them together. So 271, and then you're going to have 425, and that's what's on the side right here for you to be able to solve. So go ahead and solve it, and then put your response at the bottom. Okay, that's all you need to do for number 1. Okay, and then it tells you here for the sums, all you do is add these numbers together. So 5 and 6, right? 5 and 1, that's 6. 7, 8, 9, and then you go ahead and solve that one. That's all you're doing, is adding them where it says sum. That's all you do here. Okay, and that is it for number 1 for math. Okay, all right. So for reading, it says on your calendar, pick one word from read passage 3 out loud to an adult and have them retell you the story. Make sure to listen to the main points. Students will then retell the story to the adult. Have them sign below. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to go to passage 3, Carrie Gold Saves the Day. This one reminds me so much of the first one, The Pig That Saved Its Owner. So I'm going to read it out loud, so that way throughout the week when you are using passage 3, you can go back and rewind this video, and you can always listen to me read the story out loud to you, so you can practice and follow along, track with your fingers. Remember, this one you are reading it to somebody, to an adult, a person, another person. Then you're going to ask them to retell the story to you, the main points, they recall, the main points. And then they're going to sign on your reading answer page right here, okay? They will be the ones putting their name down because to make sure that you did your assignments, okay? All right, so let's listen to the story. So it says, one day, a Scottish woman named Fiona Boyd was taking care of her farm when she heard one of her calves crying in the field. When Fiona entered the pasture, to see what was wrong with the young calf, the mother cow charged her. The massive cow weighed over 1,000 pounds, and she rammed right into the woman. Fiona knew. Oh, I'm sorry. So it says, I think I skipped a few. I said the massive cow weighed over 8,000 pounds, sorry, and she rammed into Fiona. The cow hit Fiona several times and then rolled on top of the woman. Fiona knew she wouldn't survive the horrible attack. Just when her hope was lost, her horse, Carrie Gold, heard her screams and ran to help her. The horse began kicking the cow with all her might. Carrie's actions gave Fiona time to crawl under the fence and get away. Miraculously, Fiona only had minor cuts and bruises. She is thankful for her horse and knows that things could have been much worse without Carrie's help. Okay, so now with the main points of your story, boys and girls, this is where you will ask an adult to retell the main points of the story. Okay, so they're just retelling you the story all over again. Okay, make sure you're listening because tomorrow that's going to be your job. Okay, which will be your Tuesday activity. All right, this ends our lesson for our Monday for math and reading. So make sure that you do have your answer responses on your math page right here and your answer responses on your reading page right here. Okay, all right, so now boys and girls, this is a moment where you can pause and you can wait to do Tuesday's lesson, but I'm going to continue. Okay, all right, so now we are May 5th for Tuesday. It says use number line for number question 2 for math to skip count by 4s to solve multiplication problems. So let's go to our math problem page, which is this one, the one with the questions. Okay, so then it says here for number 2, Emilio has 4 stacks of pennies. Each stack has 4 pennies. How many pennies does Emilio have? Use the number line to solve. Okay, so here, boys and girls, you are using your number line. I'm going to draw it over here to the side. I'm not going to put down all the numbers. Well, I'll have to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Might not be able to fit them all. 17, 18. Okay, well, I went up to 18. Okay, so it says Emilio has 4 stacks of pennies. Each stack has 4 pennies. So he has 4 stacks, and inside each of those stacks, he has 4, 4, 4, 4. So we're trying to find out the multiplication problem for that that equation, okay? So, but we're using the number line to solve. So it says that he has 4 stacks. So right away, you're looking for 4. You're gonna plot, okay? So from 0 to 4, you're making your little jump. Okay, remember, think like a frog. So you're gonna do this how many more times? It says each stack has 4 pennies, which means, boys and girls, here you need to skip count by 4, and you need to figure out where you land. So right now I'm starting on 4. So right now 4 times, you need to figure out the number, and then wherever you stop, that's going to be your answer. Okay, remember right now here, how many times did I jump? How many pennies were in each stack? 4. So 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do this 4 times, so that's 1, 2, then again 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3, and then one more jump. So you're gonna do the next jump, and you're gonna tell me where you actually land to be able to get your answer. Okay, and then go ahead and make sure you put your answer, whatever you get, you need to put it onto your math page answer sheet document, okay, which is right here. All right, okay, now we're going to go to our reading. Remember, you can always pause the video, stop if you still need more time to work out, okay? All right, for reading for Tuesday, it says social. This is also part of social studies for the reading. Read passage 3 again, which is the one I read to you. It says, and write the problem, write the Spanish problem words for problem and solution. Okay, well, I'm not going to expect you to write it in Spanish. That was more for my all Spanish students. All I want you to do is really read the story, reread it again, okay? And then on your answer document for your reading, all I want you to do is identify what the problem of the story, what happened? what went wrong in the story. That's how you're writing it. Here where it says problem in Spanish and then solution in Spanish, all they're asking is, how do you translate the word problem in Spanish? Que problem would be what? Problema. And then solution in Spanish would be solución. Okay, and also because we did this one, just because we're doing Cinco de Mayo, okay, we're going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo, which is Tuesday. And actually, boys and girls, just a reminder, May 4th through the 8th, that is Teacher Appreciation Week along with Nurses Week. So we want to thank Nurse Peña. We want to thank all the teachers that you've had, okay, in the past and present. So make sure you send a thank you to all those teachers, okay? Appreciate your teachers. Okay. And your nurse, because a lot of you have seen Nurse Peña, and she does a lot, right, for us as well to keep you healthy and safe, right? Okay, so now this is a moment where you can pause. That ends our Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my Wednesday lesson, okay? All right, so now Wednesday, that is May 6th, okay? So let's just pretend this is not here, but we're now May 6th. Question 3. Use strip diagram to help solve division and just divide. Okay, so let's go to question 3 on the math problem page. All you really need to do is what they said, is just divide. And you're going to answer that question on your math answer page right here. And they already set up the problem for you, so all you need to do is write down the answers. Okay, so question 3, it says, a representation can be a model or drawing that shows a problem. Remember, boys and girls, we use a lot of strip diagrams for dividing, multiplication, subtraction, division. So those are things that we're still referring back to, okay? It says there are 24 medals to give to 4 teams. Each team receives the same number of medals, okay? So 24 medals total. I need to split those into 4, okay, between 4 teams. How many medals does each team receive? Complete the diagram. Okay, so here we have the diagram. I'm going to split that into 4, right? Okay, my total number right here was what? What did they say how many medals we had? We had 24 medals. So that's something you should be writing. Okay? These are my teams. These are my teams, the 4 teams. Okay? So how many medals are they each going to get? This is what we need to solve. Okay? Which means I'm going to be counting and putting in each dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I want you to keep going to get your final answer. Whatever, how many dots you count here, that's what's going to be written right there. Okay? That's your total. That's how we use our strip diagram as well. Okay? All right. So that is our math. Now I'm going to go to my reading. Okay? So my reading lesson says, for reading it says, read passage 3 again. Okay? And write the solution to the problem you identified on Tuesday. So remember, boys and girls, let's go to our reading answer page. Right here. On Tuesday, you identified one problem. What happened? For Wednesday, now you're going to tell me, how did they solve the problem? How was the problem solved? What happened? Okay? So go back and make sure you reread that. Okay? All right. That ends our Wednesday lesson. We're going to move on to our Thursday lesson. Okay, so let's go. You can pause the video and come back for Thursday. Okay, boys and girls, now we are on Thursday. This is May 7th, okay, for math. Question 4, it says create a strip diagram that shows how much money Delia has, and then subtract the cost of book. Okay, so all you're doing, boys and girls, is subtracting. Whatever numbers you give you, you're going to subtract, but they're asking you to use a strip diagram. So let's go to the math question page. So for number 4, Delia has 3, okay? She has 3 $5 bills, which first you need to get the total. So if I have 3, and I'm gonna do that multiplying by 5, what would be my total? So 5, 10, $15 so far, right? She spends $8. Those are some keywords. You should be underlining those. How much does she have left? Draw a strip diagram. Remember our strip diagram? It's just kind of like this one, right? And all you're doing is a strip diagram, okay? And remember on the top you have your total, which is 15. but they said that she spent 8, which means you're taking away. This one can also be looked at as your number line. I think this one would be a little bit easier. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So it says she spends $8. So right now this is her total. She's spending 8. So right now my arrow 1 is this one. If I go back this way, that means that I am subtracting. How much am I subtracting? I'm taking away 8. Okay? So all you need to do is subtract 15 minus 8 and then tell me where your arrow should land. Okay? When you get your problem. Go ahead and write it down right there and solve. And then go ahead and make sure you write your answer on your math answer page. That's all you need to do. Okay? All right, now for reading for Thursday. This is also part of science. It says read passage 3 again and answer question. So this is my question to you. Why do you think the cow charged towards Fiona? Remember, for science, guys, we also mentioned like food chains, right? Animal characteristics, okay? So what caused the cow to actually charge, to go for it, to ram the owner, right? So it says here, why do you think the cow charged towards Fiona? Okay, so what happened? Why was the reason? And all you need to do is go to your reading answer page right here and write down your answer. Okay? All right, remember animal instincts, guys. We've also covered that in science throughout the year. So was she being protective of her calf? Remember, she had a baby calf. So think about it. Look at your story. Okay, this is where you can pause. Our Thursday ends. Now we're going to start our Friday, which is May 8th. Okay? All right, for question 5 for math, it says practice division by subtracting 6 from 42 until you get to 0. Then count how many times it took. Now you solve your division. Okay, so this one is us actually working backwards. Okay, so it says, let's go to our problem number 5 for math. So go to our math problem. This is our math sheet. Remember, you don't do this whole math sheet all in one week. It's 1 through 5 for this week, and then 6 through 10 for the following, which is the last week, right? Okay. So 5. Use repeated subtraction. We've done repeated addition. Now we're doing repeated subtraction. It says to find 42 minus 6. And then we're going to figure out how many times it took for us to get to our answer. So are you doing here, guys? And I would use another sheet of paper to solve because it might take some space, okay? So, and I'm doing it this way. So 42 minus 6. So I'm going to take it away. So it's 2 minus 6, I can't. I borrow. That becomes a 3. That becomes a 12. So 12 minus 6, that's 6. And then I bring down my 3. So right now, this is only one time so far that we've done that. So now 36 minus 6 more. 6 and 6, 0 and 3. Right? This is 2 times. 30 minus 6. So 3 minus that I borrow because I can't subtract. 10 minus 6, I get 4. I bring down my 2. Right? This is 3 times. So now 24 minus 6. Can I do that? Nope. Borrow from my neighbor. 14. So 14 minus 6. Count up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then 8. That's already 4 times. And you need to keep going until you get to 0. So now you're going to tell me how many times it took for us to be able to do our repeated subtraction. So you need to keep going. So 18 minus 6. Figure out your answer there. That would have been your 5th time solving. 8 minus 6. What do you get? Okay. And then bring it down. And then whatever you get here, minus 6. And then how many times was that? And solve. Okay? All right. This ends your Friday for your math. Now I'm going to show you your reading. If you remember, you need to pause it. I'm going to erase it. Okay? So you're solving the last one. Okay. That's how you do repeated subtraction. Okay, for reading, read passage 3 again. What is the author's purpose in writing this passage? Remember, we've been talking about author's purpose. persuade, inform, entertain, right? Explain. There's multiple reasons why authors write these stories. So why did he write this one? Explain with details from the passage. So go ahead and go to your reading answer page right here. Tell me the reason why the author wrote this story. Was it to make you laugh, entertain you? Was it to inform you? Or was it to persuade you, convince you to do something? And tell me why, okay? Don't just tell me it's to inform and that's it, because you're not going to get full credit for that. Tell me why. Give me reasons from the story, okay? All right, boys and girls, this ends your assignments for the week, May 4th through the 8th. Please, boys and girls, make sure that you're also filling out that log for your PE. Remember, whatever you do here, make sure you write down the date, what you did, run, exercise, yoga, what did you do, karate, bicycles, skateboard, that's activities. The date, and have your parents sign. Send me a picture and I can forward that to coach, unless you're doing it yourself and you're doing it to his remind, okay? It should have been in your packet too, all that information, okay? So make sure you go back and look at that. Okay, boys and girls, so I just want to wish your moms a happy Mother's Day. Feliz Dia de las Madres, okay? So please be safe. Acuérdense, I send you this. Mamás, acuérdense, les mandé esto en inglés y en español. Es nada más un juego para que los niños se diviertan conmigo, que es mi flat emoji. Y les mandé unas actividades para el Día de las Madres, ¿ok? So, que la pasen muy bien, se cuidan y los extraño mucho. Adiós, bye.